And at the time when they need to get help from them, they're nowhere to be seen or found. Yet they're supposed to be the best backers. And you don't see these people at fundraisers. You don't see them on boat rides. You don't see them because sometimes they are big and they are aloof and they are beyond the fray. And politics is for dirty people and people who have nothing else to do and tricksters and hustlers and so forth. We know we have given ourselves a bad name. But in contrast to that, there are people who are generous of all in what they're giving. And you may touch that today. One of them is just gone to the great beyond
We had
Bex
expense
Gonzalez. And when they bring that, I'll go back to that, And the other names, people would not want me to call the names. You don't have to. So there are some houses, business houses, which is not possible without their support.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I observed something, and I want to make that comment. And I know it's ticklish wrong, but I think it's a misconception. Probably because in my case, I tend to get in a lot of areas, and I came from football community, in a lot of people. I go places and people say, "Boy, you're afraid." I said, "No." Even when I was studying in Jamaica, I remember a time I went to the region, and when I came back, the other we used to call it foreign student, as they say.
Mm.
"Oh, you go down there. We just wait 2, 3 years. We never go down there."
Yeah.
But I went down there because I had some kids. So as part of your study, you have to do community work. So I was there coach football coach, and they happened to live down in that area. So I went down there for a reason, and I how to put it?
Remember,
I
you got height and body too, so
right
they might
no
pay.
no no I went in and first time I went down there, a guy stopped me and he say, "Foreigner, yeah, you the coach for them guys and good job, good job." He say, "Okay, um, you come and go anytime, you safe. Nobody can trouble you nothing." And he turned to the rest of the people and say, "This the man, he come and go as he please." So I was one of those persons who could come and go in that area as I please, without fear. And I say that because sometimes the way you move with people. And last night, I observed while we had an event, a number of children and young people on the field, and just below,
And women,
and women,
probably more women than men, if you ask
babies,
me.
and everything in their hand. And then I looked below the field, and the entire block, all the blocks were full of young men
With
chatting
Morris Gap there.
and socializing. And I say that to say sometimes people get an impression of places from one or two events, but the people in the area, I mean, sometimes good people major.
Sometimes,
And I want you, that's sometimes, let me move the word. So I think I
yeah,
wanted
yeah,
to reinforce that because
yes,
people
yes.
have a concept. Let me be real. People have some conception of Sharps, they have a conception of maybe Paul's Avenue, but
Mm.
there are good people in a lot of these communities. Man. Good people.
Well, I unhesitatingly say that Sharks people are great and wonderful people. In my hidden politics, especially in the early years, I would say that if I have to drop sleep, I feel comfortable and safe that if I drop sleep in Sharps, I'm in the safest place I could be, that I'll be
Mm,
cared and protected. Sharps people are some of the hardest working people you could come across. Like many other parts of Central Kingston have its fair share of artisans, carpenters,
mm,
masons, plumbers, van drivers, hustlers, farmers, doing everything. And they are not, for the main part, as people would say them, bad men or shooters and gunmen
mm,
and criminals of any form of fashion. You verify in many cases that the people who get involved in that are people who are important at this, who come in there and bring the problems there.
mm,
But I don't say, and I'm giving 100 out of 100. There's not 1 minute, not one single minute, not an iota that I feel that while we're having a social event, that something wrong will go at the
I
event.
think that
It
the point to
just
make.
doesn't cross my mind. And the people I don't think they will allow that. I mean, one or two guys who overdo it with the free rum punch and get tipsy will make a
Yeah.
fool of himself and be miserable and so forth. And you don't get the expletives and you get a
Mm,
little bun weed here and you get,
mm, mm.
and so forth. But by and large, great people to be, wonderful people,
Yeah,
my sharps
I think I
people.
wanted to make that point.
And Yes, lot of baby in arms, lot of young people. And the event is bringing more in as the bamboo's going, people remember, all the bamboo's coming. And as the rumpun is going, people say, oh, it's over again, if you rumpuns.
Yeah,
So it was exciting.
yeah, because my son run off.
You couldn't get him home.
Couldn't find him. When I find him, he
You
telling
brave.
me, "Oh, you with friends?" I said, "Well, you get friends already."
Then Bapez call him,
So he,
you know.
he done make 2, 3 friends, 2, 3 little boys.
Yes, yeah.
So I just wanted to
And that's
get
a skill by
in
itself,
town.
you know,
Yeah,
learn
yeah,
to
man.
socialize
Right. He great at that. So
and rub shoulders.
I want
Yeah.
to go with that. Wait, I have somebody holding. Sorry. Hello. Good morning. Are you still there?
Yes, gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning. You know anything about bamboo?
Boy, yes, I know about bamboo. What remember, I originally from Bile.
Mm.
So I know bamboo. And we used to do bamboo with calico years
Yes,
ago, but the young
yes.
people don't do it anymore.
Especially up on the hill too.
Right. Well, remember where I live, we used to come on the hill and hit it and overlooking calico, and. But what I call, Major, I heard you said something early on, right? Which is very important, is that it's not just the politicians who make things happen. Not just the executive for the constituency make things happen, because if the executive isolate themselves from the rest of the constituency, they're in trouble,
But Gray, you know that. Because
right?
if you figure that because you name politician, you could come and run carnival and you could run steel band and mass and you could run athletics and you could run netball and you could deal with independence and you could deal with parade and you could deal with this, that and the other. You're fooling yourself.
But I say that to say Major, and I am saying this because I am an NDP and I want to see the best for my constituency. And the executive was installed a few years ago. And since they installed that executive, they have never called a meeting with the general membership to let the general membership know what are the plans and how much they can involve. Because the 10 people in the executive, them alone can carry the message. And even if you call a meeting and 20 people turn up, there is 20 more voices will go out to spread the message.
I'll tell you something. I hear you and I respect what you're saying, and it's something that has to be corrected and it has to be a work in progress. In
You, you,
rural St. Vincent, you get bigger, better participation in meetings of all kinds, and you get close you come to the city center. I'm not making an excuse. In central Kingston in particular, we have problems with people coming to meet. Everybody feel you're done when they don't need us to come to meetings. But if you go down to Old Montrose, Lodgeville, and people call me, if one person come, you have a meeting. If I go into shops and 2 people come, I have a meeting. If 3 people
but,
come in Green Hill, we'll have a meeting. And when plenty come, we have meetings. But you have
but,
to show to people that you're open, receptive, encouraging, rewarding, and need people to be participating. And that they are stakeholders and that their ideas and what they have to say or don't say matters. Because that's what politics is about, being representative of the views of the people.
you see, Major, what could be not and this. We used to have at least 3 general meetings per year in East St. George,
Mm.
right?
Well,
And
well, we have
since
one every month.
right? And we used to have it at the Calico Parish Hall, and we used to have about 40, 50 people from different parts of the constituency.
That's good.
And within a lead, they stop talk to the people in the constituency.
Well, I don't want to fan that flame this morning. So, and I know you feel passionate about it because it's a little bit in-house and I don't want to give too much of ventilation to it. But to encourage those who have to attend to continue to work hard at improving on that. That's all I would say.
But okay,
What
okay, all right, Major.
yes.
Now I hear you talking about selling beer and all kind of thing about beer and Guinness and this and that, but the best beer I hear you talk about it.
What, the ginger beer?
That's the best beer.
Absolutely.
But
Yes.
Joe, Joe,
But I think you
Joe,
only bring it
Joe,
up that because you want to remind me that I have to get some ginger for you,
well,
but
well,
you drink the
right
same,
there,
you drink the
Joe,
same.
I was going to say so.
don't forget to give both the ginger, but I've already give
Yeah,
my
Yeah,
party money
you
to
get
the
ginger
yeah,
before the
Yankees.
weekend done.
yeah. I know that. I got all the information already.
You weekend and
Right?
when the bun you don't call me name, because
No,
green hill
I
ginger,
want,
no normal ginger, no.
I want the ginger that went because there's some ginger now when you're sitting there, me wanting if it's ginger, I want the
You
one
can't,
that
you
is
can't
born
get the
because I
bone.
work
Yeah,
on
right.
some
Yeah,
Yeah.
food.
yeah.
I bought some the other day and I
Is it
was
understand?
wondering, yeah, it wasn't born in the truth. Going now.
Ginger is
Yeah,
really
so
good, great thing to have. It's a good
Yeah, drink,
medicinal
I drink
food,
it
you know.
mornings for tea.
Good medicinal
because
food, yeah.
here no major, I don't have my cloak to put in my ginger bean, so waiting for the ginger.
All right, boss. I
Yeah,
hear
I
you.
agree.
I hear you.
All right then, gentlemen. Well, Major, all the best on Sunday wouldn't see me because I don't do boat right.
Well,
But
we can't do everything.
All right.
but my partners don't miss any boat
Yeah,
ride.
All right.
I already had the ticket secure.
Okay then.
In fact,
All right
they
then,
stopped
gentlemen.
me
I
last
continue
night.
listening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
them guys don't stop me last
I
night.
hope people don't mind because the conversation is sort of light-hearted. You know, every
Mm,
time you have to come and talk
mm.
mainstream and hardcore politics, and these things are body politics are important. All politics is local, eh?
Yeah, all I said all in the program, I'm gonna chat with the mate. Major, before we move on, I think a great soul, a great contributor to St. Vincent and Grenadines have passed on. Let me take the call and then we come back to it. Okay? Good morning, Newtimes.
Hi, good morning, both. How are you doing?
If I if I knew it was
great,
gonna tell about
I'm great, I'm great.
if I don't really know it's just about black people.
I see you stand up last night with a smile on your face, with your hand full. I say, well, I got physical, I got normally down, but everything was under control.
You had any wrong punch in the hand.
Uh, if he did, I won't say anything.
They would say that
No, that's between he and
you
God.
can't say I say with a glass, but I say when it can't be wrong punch.
That's between he and his God.
So it must be water or malt.
You want me to tell both put your excuses on the one?
Oh Lord.
Mr. Morning.
Yes,
Yeah,
Mr.
very good.
Mr. Chairman.
Uh, I feel really happy this morning. To be honest with you, I mean, I didn't know some people like, but I really wake up to the happiest political feel in 1990. Because I was listening to the election last night and I fell asleep. But when I woke up this morning, I saw Trump win. So
All right, sir.
I know some people ain't like that. But
Yes. Well, you can get split views on it. I just take a decision that I ain't commenting on it
Yeah,
at all.
I know.
but
I don't know. It's figure. So
I got to raise it and take a minute for me just to say, any lessons to be learned from the results?
well, I think so. Sometimes we focus on certain negative things about people, and sometimes we think that will give us a victory. But if it's like it is better to focus on more policy issues, things that you will do, or things that the person did bad. That is will really affect the masses of the people. I think that's a better strategy to go to work on.
There's a lot of things I observe. I can take some of the time to really go, but as you say, that I will rephrase that in a way, to say persons who are interested in what in it for them, and
Yeah,
not necessarily what in it for the nation,
sometimes that
and
could
and,
be
and
the
their area of where their interests lie. So I say that one and two. If you look, and Gray just made a point there, and it happened the first time when Trump won, and this time, a lot of his votes. So, for example, let's say we use Central Kingston,
okay.
and while we may be wrapping up votes in maybe say Sharps, the major areas, while Trump was getting votes in those areas, he was getting votes in the hills, so to speak,
Yeah, yeah, in the
where
areas
maybe
where
only
you
20 or 100 people live, but all the different isolated outskirts areas, when they add them up,
you were able to beat back that which you get from the more
exactly,
populated area.
he increased his support in the urban and out areas where people not focusing, people in the city, in the crowded area, but he got votes and he got the people in the hills, so to speak. to come out and support him, and it made a difference.
A big difference. Because in some of the swing states where the major population was, you would have seen Harris windows. But in those areas that he figure so much people in there because there was a focus there for him. Those people came out and supported him. And when you add them up, they came up to a huge number that was able to drown out the support from the big areas. So those are lessons to be learned as we go through.
I was thinking I might call Villa and ask them if they're still having a pork or tea by the station today again, but they...
So I we can talk, man.
but I say, you on board, there's two friends, and the Central Kingston is a Democratic constituency.
We're going to move on. Just one last.
You know, I wouldn't call the elections now because the two you might want to say no vote now.
You know, I listened quickly. I listened a comment this morning from one of the newscasts, and they referred to the election as a transaction voting, and that stick in mind. People were voting, he said, based on what they were getting out of it. So they had a fair immigrants. And when they interview some people, oh yes, Trump did some things, we're uncomfortable with them, we are a little fair, but he's going to protect us. And he's going to keep our jobs.
Fair, you know, fair. And
so I voted him. So I don't like we saying, yes, he had these criminal thing, yes. But for me, you're going to let me keep my job and I'm going to feel safe. So I just put that in there. You know? All right. So,
anything else you have to say, girl? Because I know both is both in the anchor, but I just can't help about.
I want to thank everybody who came out last night. You would have done the major. I had to call and thank the people who came out and support of the British Bamboo.
You have to start it out here.
To take part, as well as those who came just to support.
Yes.
And I must say thanks to the boys from Camden Park. I hope they're listening. Nature, some of your boys who up there taking part.
Yeah, young fellas come out.
Yeah, so maybe next year, God, you have to come up with that.
And so once it's real fight for fans next year, once you're serious about it.
That is what I'm saying. It was really so good to see them.
So we're going to have an interview competition edition next year or what we have.
Next year, definitely. It's a constituency competition.
Yeah. So the winners of the constituency will defend shaps against those
That's looking good. And it was really good to see Sister Chef and John down there. They didn't expect to see him.
And we missing somebody who played an important part. One the judge. Nami. Her husband.
I don't know who the judge is. Oh, he judged?
Yeah, he also judged. So
he was there as one of the judges.
Thanks, Cali. I didn't know Cali helped me. I thank you for him, but I didn't need judge.
Yeah, that was great, really, to see them down. They're traveling from so far to come to an event in Central Kingston. Okay. That was heartwarming. And it only said to me that she's a serious political individual. She takes her work seriously, and she takes supporting events of other colleagues very seriously. And I was really happy to see her. I mean, I was extraordinarily happy to see her up there last night. I mean, I was happy to see everybody. I was happy to see board. But they put him to judge, so he couldn't get to blow the bamboo. I had the lineup for him.
But to be honest,
what brought his son to the case, somebody challenged him to blow bamboo, you understand for the son. You'll figure out that.
I had to stop my son. He wanted to go do bamboo. And I tell him, boy, if someone to you, I had to go explain to your mother.
Yeah, you couldn't even get to come home.
Yeah. And I had to force him, telling me at school tomorrow, I didn't know. But I didn't go into close because some of them must in some serious mind.
You had to get the
and he let you walk on the bamboo. Represent Calico.
it's just for protection, but you need the experience. You need to get the experience. One of those from America last night, they went to try, but then they get scared.
You're gone back there. You're gone back there again. Are you gonna hear anything anymore? Any other? No worries. No under any other business.
So then I come to the next issue. That's the boat ride.
Yes,
coming this Sunday.
Yes.
God's willing. Now, both hold your pen because I'm gonna give you some information in there. I want to see to the persons who have tickets numbering 56 to 75. Anybody have a ticket with that number? Whoever you bought the tickets from, go back to them for your money. Those tickets were not legitimately sold. Somebody either stole them or the person who they sell a lot of tickets, but they drop those numbers from 56 to 75. If you turn up on the boat Sunday with a ticket numbering 56 to 75, you'll have to pay. So if by chance anybody have those tickets with those numbers, go back to the person you bought it from, let them give you back your money because you will not be admitted on the boat except you pay. If you have tickets numbering 56 to 75.
But I think for full disclosure, you should say that those tickets were held by Yellow Bird.
Fair enough.
And she lost those tickets.
Yes.
Right. So that people, I don't want people to get a panic now and buying tickets, generally feeling
that's just one person.
That's just a specific situation. All other tickets are valid.
All other numbers are valid. Once you have it, you go straight. But those 20 tickets from 56 to 75. Okay, no other tickets. All the other tickets, legitimate. You buy them, you come, you go on the boat. No problem.
I go.
But, hey.
I think we need to reach out to some of those persons to identify who they bought the tickets from because I'm thinking, I know there's a cost involved, but they genuinely would have bought the ticket thinking supporting Central Kingston.
So tell them to contact us.
And they don't have another $70. So we had to try and let me look at this.
Tell them to contact me, the officer, or any one of us to have the matter sorted out.
Let me see how we can deal with this.
Okay.
So I could give my number 497-3101. They can contact me. You can contact Major, or you can even call the party headquarters and make some contact. Because if you bought it from somebody, if you know the person, go back and get your money from them. But maybe if you didn't know the person and you genuinely bought it.
No, but we need to identify the person also, so that because there may be other persons who.
Yeah, well, let's not stay too long on the negative energy.
Just those 20 tickets, all the other tickets.
I want you to give people the assurance that the problems we had last year won't have it this year, that the toilets will be on the wharf as always Saturday night.
From Saturday night.
So and because I know the song system was supposed to do it last year, will be on the truck. Dougie has taken initiative. Dallas giving his word. Carter's giving his word. Yankee has given his word. Cream and all the roadshow crew, Barry, everybody said that they will be there all in on time. And we're going to have the best music available with Fuji, as per usual, coming in from wherever he's coming in. Fuji is run from one thing to the next. Y'all is different one fit to the next. So we have a lot of good food, cooked food. Y'all want to say you want food, you want soup, you want pillow, but all will have that. We have saltfish. You can say roast and breadfruit in the weekend.
Breadfruit,
so you can get saltfish and roast breadfruit. You can get saltfish and baked saltfish and bananas. You can get you can get rice. You can get macaroni. You can get
Sunday food.
Sunday food, yeah. I don't want to. boy, must be one boy. You're real Montrose, man.
I believe it's our board coming when you tell you so, I believe
the EMP.
No, I believe the chairman.
That's what he said,
Yeah, but the boat ride, we expect, and we're asking people, Central Kingston is worthy of your support. Please, man. Please. Stop this thing about Major done win and Major gun this and Central gun this and Eagle gun that and Kenny will be the other MP. All right. We need your support. We need the fellowship. You know, it's thousands of dollars to hire a boat and it's offsetting when we go on the boat. And we also asking our colleagues to come along.
Definitely.
Huh? When people come in the boat ride and they look around, they want to see the candidates there.
Of course.
You know? And everybody feels a day off and we don't really have to come and so forth. When Ralph and them have a thing, everybody coming, Tootman Bagay.
And it's an NDP thing, it's not
You
just
know,
a central
Tootman
thing.
Bagay, nobody can say they ain't coming. NDP, no. It's me, Joe, and me have to do this. Come on, man.
So we need everybody from the north to the south. We go in, we are boarding, 7 o'clock we moving. Everything will be in order, and by the grace of the Lord, we will have a good time by His grace as we go. And remember,
it's 7 o'clock the boat sailing.
You would love to give to the people of Myro. You can walk with it.
Yeah, that's an important part, Eagle.
Yes, walk with it because they're still recovering from the hurricane. Things are not back to normal, so they will still need some assistance. So anything you have that you can give to the people of Myro, you can walk with it on the boat.
Not close.
You don't have to pay to bring it. You
not close for sure.
And you will be able to give to the people of Myro.
So there's water, whether it's bottled water, whether it's in the gallons, or you want to bake a cake, a sweet bread, you want to bake bread, you want to carry down some ice, you want to carry some fruit juices. We also I think we should try and beg for 5 or 10 Ks from Mountaintop that we as a constituency should donate.
Should just donate them,
yeah. I promise to do that to make a call and the brewery as well to give us some water to carry down it to give away. So that we ain't come down as my mother would have said, Rule 10 commandments. Just walk or something and show love to the people of Myro. And that the people understand that we love them and we appreciate them. And we are there to entertain ourselves, but we also there to accommodate them as well.
Definitely.
Thanks again, Nigel.
Yes, you're welcome, mate.
Yeah, and
thanks.
I know both would keep you company.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm Andrew coming in, but
I call him for by-election.
You call him for by-election.
All right.
All right.
All right, buddy.
All right, thanks. Thanks, Nigel. Thanks.
Yeah. You're welcome. God bless.
All right, thanks. This person been holding. Good morning. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, thanks for holding.
No problem. Are you hearing me clearly?
Yes, we are.
Yes, I'm the guy that the incident happened to yesterday in Peniston.
You mean with the relief supply?
Yes, the materials.
Well, let us start from the top and tell us exactly what's all about.
Yeah. So 2 months ago, right? There was a fellow working with the Unity Labour Party by the name of Jones. He was walking around checking people's house, see who house damage. So he came at my home. I showed him the damage. My house was leaking. He turned to me. He said, "Brent, I'm going to help you." Another week after, I received materials. I didn't get everything. And then 2 days after I get the materials, a contractor came by my home from Vermont, telling me that they sent him. He's the one who's gonna do the roof for me. I said, okay, no problem. 2 days after I went in town and I meet the same contractor in a bus going in town. He turned to me and he said, "Brent, if you can do your own place, do it." I look at him, I say, "Why?" Because he said he's not coming anymore. So it sounds funny to me. So I said, okay, let me go. I go credit union and I draw some money and I hire 3 guys to change the roof for me. After the guys that change the roof, 3 days after, another guy from the Unity Labour Party came to my home telling me that they send him back for my materials. Just send him back for the material.
No, just comment. He identify himself as coming from the party or from the government agency, etc. Or you know him to be, because you say he came from the ULP.
Yeah, Roy and Abraham. He came. He take over from the other guy because they get rid of Mr. Jones, because maybe they realize that Jones helping NDP people as well. So he told me that they send him back for my material. I wouldn't have any materials. Now, yesterday I was home. I see a black pickup pull up at my gate. Mr. Williams, Grenville Williams came out. Good morning, Brent. We came to you. I said, what happened now? They came back for the materials. I said, look at the roof. You ain't seen the roof before you come in the yard. The material already on my house. We need them. We need the material. You have to give back the material and whatever leave back and all them kind of stuff like that. I said, this is private property. I need to leave my place. The guy that walking around with Mr. Grenville telling me, you don't need your vote. I said, you all hear about me. You all hear about chemical because you all know I sing for NDP party as well. So you all hear about me. And it start on nature. Nature comes from materials. About that. Nature comes from material to fix his house and his office in Camden Park. I said, you know about that? Nature, right now, nature out there looking for help to help the people of Simmons and the Grenadines. Right now, looking to see what you can do to help the people. Well, them they're taking the material, thieving the materials. Them.
No, well, we end up the thief in them. But let me ask a question. What was the reason they gave for wanting for coming back for the material?
I don't know. They said they send them back for the materials because they hear about it too late because they know I'm a strong NDP supporter.
But caller, I don't want to get too deep into your conversation. I just want to make two fundamental points and speaks to the dishonesty of the Unity Labour Party government. One, Grenville Williams, and I hate to have to do this, is the Attorney General. And in Parliament, he has no privilege to be speaking or participating in debates. He's supposed to be neutral because he is a public servant. Okay? That's the first limit law. Secondly, when it is convenient to this government, all of a sudden, it didn't happen to Jones Morgan and those people. He is being referred to as a community activist. I've been hearing that language, as a community activist. That's the second limit. And third, rather than just pass a law last week saying that if you're a public servant, but if you're in this type, that type, or the other type, you could take part in elections. So I suppose that's supposed to clear the way for people like him too, who have won the highest privilege of the land to be involved in body politics. And the last of it, he is not an elected member of Parliament. But he has the privilege to be walking about, giving out materials reportedly, and coming back like Julian to pick them up. I mean, how nasty and dirty and worthless it will become. In the name of decency and in politics. How nasty, dirty and worthless it will become. That's why I take no prisoners in politics, And that's nonsense. Must stop. And you must stop by getting rid of the Unity Labour Party. And if that is the best foot that they're putting forward, you have to get rid of them. They feel so entrenched, out of place, and arrogant that they could, even when doing wrong, bring the law or a lot of forces on people to make it suffer. And they're doing it all through the constituencies. I haven't had a word yet on the list that I sent to them and gave them in Parliament of these are the people who got damaged to me. They said they don't do it. They don't operate so. We're like that. We're like this. We're like that. We're hands clean. And here's the demonstration. Because I believe you. I hope you took pictures,
I think he was live.
I was live.
Right, good.
I get everything on my live, everything on my page.
Yes. So you must circulate it to the widest level. Because if this is where the Attorney General of the country reached to win a seat unfairly against Nature Stevens, aligning nature.
And mentioning nature, how nature name
again the conversation.
How nature name come into this?
You have no right to get him.
Make sure notify him, right? And make sure notify him and tell him you are alive.
It's worthless.
Show his face and say you are alive.
It's worthless.
Why you mentioning nature name now?
It's worthless.
What nature come for material for his house? Nature never went for material for his house.
Yeah.
It's for the office. The office move us off. And when you come personally come back to material in my place. In telling me in front of people in this village, a lot of people came out, you all don't want my support. I said, yes, because you all hear me. You all know my die-hearted NDP. That's why you want my support, and you ain't gonna get it.
I'm glad you have the strength to expose them.
What was the end result?
Well, they went on the phone. I don't know, like look at they was pretending. They called some kind of police, and then they called the truck guy that they have some material to pick up in Afghanistan. I said nobody moving their materials there. So up to now, no police ain't come, no truck ain't
Don't
come.
let anybody trespass on the place. They have to bring a warrant to enter a property.
Yeah, I mean, and I have cameras on my house also, so my place is secure.
Expose them. Thank you.
Yeah, all right then, enjoy.
And you have the support of the leader of the opposition and the Democratic Party. And you have a right to government assistance if they suffer damage. Because let me tell you emphatically, they said, I sent Augustus Liquor, aka the Major, ask the Minister of Finance if somebody lost the roof and put it back on for themselves, do they have a right to get recompense? Do they have a right to get some assistance? And the Minister of Finance said, yeah. The last Parliament, we have tried to backpedal from that. But the record of the House will show that they agree that if you got damaged, you help yourself, and how Dr. Friday just week, then you have a right to receive materials.
I help myself.
And if you did that, and you got back from them, you have a right to it. They said so in Parliament, and we vote for that. It's not the ULP gave these materials. It's the Parliament of St. Vincent and Grenadines approved the monies for that purpose. And they must stop using the Parliament to get political advantage in the dirty, nasty ways and iniquitous ways. If you are the Attorney General, you are the Attorney General.
I don't understand how he could be.
Stop this activism argument of going wrong.
He's not no activist. He don't do nothing for the area.
If you're a politician, you're a politician. So stop it. You're not fooling anybody. So I have one less friend today. Well, he was my friend before anyhow.
And he look like he running against Nick.
Yes, he's the candidate in waiting.
Yes, he campaigning. I asked him on the live. I said, you're running against Nick? He said he will not be running against anyone.
Yeah, but that's how they
are. I said, why you're running? You're running? You're running for 505. No one can beat 505.
That's how they are. All right, boss.
Give me a name again, please. I didn't get the full name. Hello?
Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good morning.
No, the call on the landline, just hold, please. Yes. Yeah. Give me a name again.
Brent.
Brent what?
Brent. Yeah.
Olivier?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks. Appreciate your call.
All right, no problem.
If you have any update, don't forget to call back.
And you have the support of the majority party in St. Vincent and Grenadines. The majority party is the New Democratic Party.
Yeah.
All right.
That's true.
Thanks. Appreciate it. That's Chemical Kid. Better known as Chemical Kid. Brent. Good morning, Newtimes.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Good morning.
Major, giving back my credit. Morning, Major.
You know security?
Yes, sir. Major.
Morning security.
I put on the roof, so I'm supposed to get compensation too.
Make a claim. Make a claim. Make your claim, that's all I'm saying.
I have to look out for me too.
Well, we do all the time.
Okay, Major. Have a good morning.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Mr. Trevor will do that for you.
Major, let's take the call. Good morning, Newtimes.
Good morning, boy.
Good morning. Hold on. Hello. Turn the radio down for me, please.
Yes. I listened to this gentleman here with the girl. Oh, no, he didn't go and get the money. And put on the roof. The girl will not from him. Only little part of people who get much survive in this country. I think Mr. Link at them when they come with them things to sign. Everybody put the country, but they must see the registration. Mr. Link at them must ask if get rid of that before they could sign. This is where wickedness in the spread. You must get all the 15 days, otherwise we ain't signing for nothing.
I hear you.
I understand the politics.
What happened? and take our Facebook. They're just watching this guy. Eh? And look, you go and do that and thing. And they couldn't come in my yard after me don't do that after. Julia, no one.
Exactly.
Eh?
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
It's
Major,
disgusting
before we
thing
go
when
to
all
the,
these
the
things
break,
happen, yeah?
because I started live and looking to see. I mean, where has we reached as a society with the Attorney General
Yes.
to leave government work, let me put it that way, to go in somebody's yard unless he's acting as on behalf of the government in his capacity as Attorney General to take back stuff. How could we reach there?
Call police.
How could we reach there?
Come on.
And I listened the other day when they referred to him as an activist.
Yeah.
What activity has he done to qualify as an activist? I just post that was left us. What activity has he done to qualify as an activist? Trying to get this post in before the break. Good morning, Newtimes.
So ridiculous and so it's just degrading the whole system. It's not sounding right to talk to the best for hearing these things.
Well, they must say.
It's not sounding right. You will give me material and coming back to the Jesus Christ, man.
We're talking before, you know.
You really
Yeah.
come in this place.
In
If it's me put on my roof, if so he would have a hand up over the material.
well, guys would say you want
So they could still come and get them off all of the hand.
And they have
we
people,
want to know the reason we want to material.
and they have people
Well, the
all
man done
across
stated
this
clearly, the man
country.
done stated clearly that he support the unit of the Democratic Party. That's why.
But they have people all across this country receiving materials.
Yes.
Vote like eating down the thing under the house. You see men
Damage.
turning hard.
We
Some
hear them
people
say
selling it over. Steel
I
rust.
want to the mattress. Come
All
here.
across this country, the evidence of the corruption.
Because I have gotten several calls from people in East St. George
Yeah.
who go into a particular area house. They say, yeah, the
Well, I
man
know somebody.
house,
I know somebody.
the man house don't
They
need
get
anything,
damaged.
but he had full of material.
I know somebody who house get damaged in Hinesville and they put it back on themselves and then when they look at it, they take it back off and put back on a new one. This it seems sounding right at all. It's not sounding right and then they made them say they gave it some mattress full of mold and all kind of thing. You're going on the same thing. You only could give one its style. Jesus Christ, man.
All right, thanks.
Well, I'm glad for the outrage that comes from listeners. And I hope Gypsy Rice knew that the outrage was expressed on the Newtimes program today after a call called in to see that materials that he received as a consequence of the burial damage
You come up.
that he came back
And
with.
who came?
And allegedly the party of people coming to receive them for the Attorney General of Civil and Grenese presenting himself as an activist. Helping to write the news, you know.
12 o'clock, good afternoon.
Good day, boss, and good day to you, Major. Good day.
Because I know why you're on the program. When you come on the program, you cause my name to go in the newspaper.
I'm more than you, you know.
I believe that. I believe that. And you know why? You know why? You know why?
Because the reason why I know since 1983,
Yeah.
even pull a measurement from Kelgoni straight down to Gabon, down in
East.
East St. George,
Yeah.
East St. George, straight back to Fancy. I have never shifted from the NDP. Never.
Yeah. But you know what is my downfall?
No, I don't know. You tell me. You can say anything.
I ain't getting a rubber.
No, that's not what it is. I have Ralph where I want him. And Rocky are coming for him. Coming for him, Major.
You better walk to the rubber car.
He could take that to the bank. He could take that to the bank. I'm coming for them.
Yes, sir.
I started off with this thing this morning from being all this morning. Not to the with the gentleman that being laughed, we can't believe. But here it is. How am I going to switch this?
I'm going to articulate it. I'm not fixing anything more. Articulate it. I have decided I was going to say about the on behalf of the police. And I am one of those persons who don't believe because the police could have done a better job to protect itself and people like Brenton and all those who are police and my son. Because they are the ones who are the whole, who are the ones who uphold the law in this country. Okay? Now, what I think about it, these guys did a tremendous job in keeping the cricketers safe from any incident. They did a Herculean job. And for me, the center bill and the reason why Ralph is giving him and Candyman don't take all of one, my young sister Lavon, take all of heart and all of the bigger. Me, everyone who make you Candyman job. Because put in the term and extreme and talk about it like the two bigger things. Good. They give you a job. And I never hear right there, Ralph. I want to get a Ralph, like how we use it a big rep. That's to be doing Candyman. To leave my little sister Lavon alone. You want 69-year-old back man take on me. Leave Lavon alone. Didn't deal with it. Play the major.
Well, go ahead.
The police them now did a very good job. And because I have a daughter, you don't have to work, you don't have to work again.
I just remind you that we are here for request. So split up.
And they start now where they get to put in all these hours from, it's not mistake and the wood. But you get a man who's supposed to be the chief advisor to Ralph. And down in a people constituency, in a nature constituency, protect and galvanize and building material from people. Why we get to this how why you spending time to get to do all that? Where you spending time do all the things that Ralph and Candyman should be investigating. Yeah? So let me tell you something. You see what made that he not taking a prisoner? It's not so. I telling you all, he had asked me to choose whether I wanted a politician or a businessman. I want to let Ralph know I have chosen. Because I ain't got no business. I'm out of business. So I have chosen Ralph. And I tell you Ralph, I ain't taking no prisoner with the Ralph from here on in. Trust me, I am more NDP than I am in the NDP already. Trust me, I think a big success. Have a wonderful day, and I would like to expand more, and it's what I teach you. So you all need to let that man who is advising Ralph to tell us when he's finding time that he go to check up material. Have a wonderful
Well,
man.
Bex, you don't know if the guy had any rubber car, eh?
You see you? I love it so much. You're body mate. You're body man.
All right, corner.
You recommend it? We're not joking. We're not joking
Yeah,
around.
yeah. I hear you. Yeah, all right,
Have a
cool.
wonderful day. I love that.
Bless.
All right. We had to take. Let me take the break. Yeah, as you was get the and we come.
All aboard! Central Kingston Constituency Division and your area representative, the major St. Horse to set sail the annual Drive to Cairo. Saturday, Sunday, November 10th. Grab your friend, grab your sunscreen, and let's cruise through the crystal blue waters to one of the most beautiful islands in the Grenadines. Cairo, it's gonna be a day filled with fun, laughter, and memory. Tickets are available now from your Central Kingston constituency members. So don't miss out. And here's something special for your little family. Friends in Cairo. It's all about community love and sharing. There's plenty food and treats waiting for you on the island. So come hungry and thirsty and mark your calendar. Sunday, November 10th. It's the ride you've been waiting for. Central Kingston and the honorable Major Sinclair League. Get your tickets now. All
Grenadine Supermarket in Kingstown is serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices. At Grenadine Supermarket number 2, located at Upper Middle Street, we are proud to serve you. We are 79. Call us at 457-1616. We at Grenadine Supermarket number 2 will always be here for you. Bonity Supermarket, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices.
General Hardware still has the best prices on steel, lumber, and plywood. So go on, compare prices. And if by chance you find a better price, no stress. Just talk to the General, and they will beat that price plus give you special priority delivery. Yes, General Hardware offers free island-wide delivery on most purchases, so you never have to worry about getting your goods on site on time. Plus, shopping at General Hardware is a pleasant experience with friendly, knowledgeable staff always ready to serve. What more could you wish for, huh? So come to General Hardware for proper service, lowest prices, free delivery, and see why nobody beats the General. Nobody.
Here's a fun fact. In 29 seconds, you can say goodbye to paper bills forever. Seriously, in 29 seconds. That's less time in this ad. Head over to discoverflow.co or visit us in-store and update your contact information now. By October 1st, your bills will be digital, easy to access, secure, and hassle-free. So what are you waiting for? This ad still has 2 seconds left, and you could have already gone paperless.
There are many cleaning companies, but there is only one company that cleans, that is VinceClean. So you don't have to wait for a season. Cleanliness is enough of a reason. Just finish building your dream home and wish to move it. Then VinceClean is for you. We have all mark where that car is parked. New tiles just laid and want to remove tile out, cement or paint. VinceClean is for you. Transferring of chair sets, mattress, carpet, house cleaning. VinceClean is for you. So whatever cleaning you need and for the best prices and quality on the market, telephone 431-1360. 057-1649. VinceClean, 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 the best in service.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines, are you ready? On Saturday night, Grand Element and your presents Ronald Reggae SVG, live on stage, the gentleman himself, Romaine Booger. The royal family of reggae, Rams Morgan. Rams Morgan. And the great one, Jamil. Royals Reggae SPG, the concert of the century, on Saturday, November 9th, Victoria Park. Gates open at 8 p.m. Tickets are available island-wide or online at ticketpal.com.
Get dinner and candles to light. Put on for your movie night. Walk up and get it right. It's time for us. People what you looking for. All the brands you love and you get everything at Nestle Stores. Nestle Stores is where you wanna be. We take care of you like family. We do all that because to treat you like we should. It's that good, it's that good, that good. When you shop at Massy Stores, that good.
Massy Stores, our family serving your family.
Lewis Pharmacy. We specialize in friendly service with a professional touch. Hence, we take pride in offering patient counseling on all prescription and over-the-counter products. We welcome inquiries on vitamins, herbal preparation, fitness nutritional products, cough, cold, allergy, and all other healthcare products. For the convenience of our patients and surrounding community, we are situated uptown opposite the bus stop at Juicy Building. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Lewis Pharmacy.
Credit unions offer you great opportunities. We combine safety and technology to give you access to financial services through personal contact, ATM machines, or digitally. from the comfort of your home with our user-friendly apps. We share solutions that help shape your future. Credit unions are where you belong.
An early hurricane of unprecedented intensity is fresh in our memory. The International Panel on Climate Change predicts for 2024 and beyond increased severity of weather and hurricanes due to global warming. Be smart, plan ahead. We can take steps ourselves to minimize loss and suffering from these threats. At Lanes, we have the necessary products, flashlights, water tanks, generators, water pumps, and more that you should have to provide you with safety and comfort. Whether building a new or reinforcing existing structure, Lanes can provide both product and specialty consultation advice at our Home Vision department. Protect your family and protect your home. Lanes, 44561411.
It's value for your money. Shop at Richardson Motors. Hop at Richardson Motors Limited and enjoy 3 services in one. Install the convenience store for a wide array of snacks, drinks, and toiletries. The mechanic shop for specialized treatment for your brakes, exhaust systems, and wheel alignment and power garage. But there's more. When you shop at Richardson Motors, get a free oil change service, clean, high-quality fuel, or shop from a wide range of automotive parts and accessories. We are conveniently located along the Artisville Main Road. Why phone up? Convenience and variety. Richardson Motors is your number one stop.
Air filters, oil filters, fuel filters, disc pads and brake shoes, clutch discs, pressure plates, motor plates, engine parts, fan belts, and timing belts, oil seals, spark plugs, radiators, radiator hoses, water pumps, universal joints, suspension parts, KYB Japanese shocks for Toyota, Nissan, and Suzuki, tie rods, rack ends, ball joints. You can also get accessories, cleaning supplies, polishes, titanium, punch, black tint, Vaseline motor oils, Toyota and Honda motor oils, transmission fluids, nickel, wiper blades, headlights, corner lights, HID kits, HID bulbs and ballast, LED bulbs, and much, much more can be had at Automax Auto Parts. Automax goes the extra mile and spend the extra dollar to ensure that you get first quality Japanese auto parts. Come see the difference at our showroom. Basketball court in Camden. Call us at 458 2000 or 529-2070. Visit us on Facebook, Automax Auto Parts. Drive the extra mile to get the best first quality auto parts.
Please note that we open on Sundays from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.
TK Grace and Company is the number one supermarket, 100% intention. Intention supermarket, we got more of what you're looking for, in multiple locations to serve you more and more. In business now for over 50 years, and you will always say by shopping right here. Oh yes, we're number one. TK Grace and Company, and we are different type of supermarket for you and me.
I passed by the brethren the other day. If you see he play, rat and cockroach racing, mosquito fighting one another to come, yes, and the amount of wood I see, I had to watch them building the wood with no take a billiard. I said, fine, call Flick.
For the eradication of pests, Flick is your answer. Before and after construction of your domestic and commercial buildings, Flick uses environmentally safe chemicals and keep washrooms fresh with the Aroma Odor Control and the FemCare Sanitary Disposal Systems. Call Flick Pest Control today at 457-1857 or click www.flickpestcontrol.com.
Memorial Funeral Home is the first in SVG to offer on-site cremation service. The new and modern crematorium provides a safe way to memorialize your loved ones. Memorial Funeral Home offers a variety of urns in which you can preserve your loved one in a personal way. Cremation can ease the financial burden as it reduces the cost of a standard funeral service by 50%. Caskets can also be rented. Cremation is a necessary option to the overcrowded burial grounds across the country. Their friendly and courteous staff will continue to take care of all your funeral needs whether you choose to bury or cremate. If your loved ones die abroad, there's no need to worry. Memorial Funeral Home can assist in the transportation of bodies to SVG and from SVG to any part of the world. Memorial Funeral Home services can be accessed at their 2 locations. In Kingstown, the Russells Building at telephone number 453-2697 and in Mesopotamia at 458-8888. The Memorial Funeral Home, leading the way in modern and affordable services. Call us. We care.
Randy Supermarket is perfect for all your grocery needs. We have a range of liquor, liqueur, and wines. Fresh and quality bread and our weekly specials will simply amaze you. Conveniently opened 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Mondays to Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. We have competitive prices and friendly staff. Randy Supermarket, located at Lower Bay Street and Terrell Street. Call us at 456-2994. Randy Supermarket, where shopping is fun.
All aboard! Central Kingston Constituency Division and your area representative, the Honorable Major Sinclair Leader, are calling you to set sail on the annual boat ride to Myro. It's happening Sunday, November 10th. Grab your friends, grab your subscribe, and let's cruise through the crystal blue waters to one of the most beautiful islands in the Grenadines, Myro. It's going to be a day filled with fun, laughter, and memories. Tickets are available now from your Central Kingston constituency members. So don't miss out. And here's something special. Bring a little family for all friends in Myro. It's all about community love and sharing. There's going to be plenty food and drinks waiting for you on the island. So come hungry and thirsty and mark your calendars. Sunday, November 10th. It's the boat ride you've been waiting for. Central Kingston and the Honorable Major Sinclair Leader. Get to the stop. All
Your vote will decide our destiny. Your vote will decide what you want to be. Your vote can protect our country's faith. One use it well, for it to be. If it is that who you're voting, let the other know. When you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is, they prove it.
It's 20 minutes after the 12 o'clock hour. You listen to the Newtimes program for Wednesday, the 6th of November. I'm your host, Cameron Bud Franco. Thanks for joining me on the program. The majors with us step out of moment. I just want to remind you Thursday night, 7:30 p.m., Chapman's Village, Langley Park, opposite Mrs. Walker. We'll have the village meeting, not Winwood village meeting, Senator John and our young Dems. They have a meeting, you know, speakers, Dr. Friday, have Yvonne Velox, Andrew T. John, Honorable Fitzgerald Bramble, Honorable Major Leacock, and many, many more. So keep that date in mind. Is it 2 days away or no? Tomorrow. So 7:30 p.m., Chapman's Village. We have that meeting at Langley Park opposite Mrs. Walker. All right, you don't want to miss that. So go on out in your numbers. Go on out in your numbers. Remember, we have the boat ride coming up. I just want to remind you, and we'll get the promotion going, of the President's Award dinner. And that is on this December the 7th. December the 7th. Sunset shows, dress code, formal tickets available at the Secretariat. And this is a fundraising event. It is one of the major fundraising events of the New Democratic Party. So the tickets are going, and they're mainly, as I said, aim at raising funds, right? So, as we just say, don't watch the price, it's the funds. So it's a fundraising event, it's the major fundraising event. And as you say, you need money to do all the things and to get us in there. So those of you who can manage it, the annual President Awards dinner, 7th of December. Keep that in mind. Sunset shows, just informal. I'm making appeal to those of you in the diaspora who want to contribute. You can't make it. You're not coming down so only for Christmas. You can sponsor somebody locally. You can buy a ticket, sponsor some fellow to the party, or somebody think it's off to go to that dinner. And so you'll help in the fundraising event efforts of the party. So I want to remind you, President our dinner, December 2nd, we'll get up as you go and reminding you of the boat ride. This Sunday, we head into Mario. We head into Mario, all right? Boat leaves at 7 o'clock. Get your tickets to Michael and the others, and we heading down to Mario. Okay, I got a call at 497-3101. 497-3101. And just a call for those of you who are, if you have a ticket number 56 to 75, please get in contact with the Central Kingston or the NDP office. We'll get those 20 extra tickets started out, all right? So keep that in mind as we move forward. You don't want to miss all of this. You want to take it as we go along. I want to remind today is the beginning of the cruise season for so I think most of the other countries already have 2 and 3 days of visit, including more than one ship. Okay, so we had that in Vincent, the first ship this morning. First ship was in this morning, so we know the beginning of the cruise season, and we expect. I hope that everything that fixed up, including the fort, including the waterfalls, including the roads, everything set and ready, as I say, for that meeting, for that season, as we go into it. Just give you somebody saying good morning, but I saw Andrew John and Carl Ridge. Hope to see Major and the others next time with them. But I think all of them making the wrongs, you know. So we'll see how that goes. And we go back to lines. Good afternoon, Newtimes.
Yes, good morning, Howard. How are you? Mrs. Martin there from Toronto, Canada.
Good
What's
morning.
the ticket about? How much is the money?
I think the cost is $250. Yes, $250.
$50 for a ticket?
Yeah, yes.
And where is function taken?
Sunset shows.
Okay, you want 2 tickets for me, one for me, one for my channel, I'll give you later.
One for you and one
What
for
date is
Dougie.
it? What date is it?
The
What
7th of
date?
December. 7th of December.
Oh, I'm coming this month, so I will get money to Major. Okay.
All right. Okay. So.
Okay. I'm coming, so thanks for letting me know.
All right. No problem.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. So, Sister Luan, you're listening. Save 2 tickets for Martindale. All right. You need 2 tickets. All right. So, the 7th of December, Sunset Shows Hotel, and it's a fundraising event. But I'm telling you, the line has been nice in terms of the good food, good camaraderie, good socialization, and you help to contribute to the part in terms of the fundraising event. So you can look forward to that 7th of December, just now, as we just say. In fact, today's on the 6th, a month away if you want to calculate it that way. All right, so we have these things, central things tells everyone to the lumber situation. The gentleman Carl, Brent Oliver, aka Chemical Kid, and he's saying they come back for the lumber. He had something on his Facebook page. You can go there and have a look at it. But the situation, if what's there and which we saw is what it is, it's really disgraceful and shameful. And it shows the arrogance of what's taking place in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. People, we have to make that change because they are looking after themselves. And like other areas, you have to start asking, what in it for me? What in it for me? Security of the nation, economic development so that you can eat a food. As you just say, you need these things. Jobs, getting things up, building economy, what we should say, expand any pie so that more and more people can share in it. Even in terms of the distribution of lumber, and so you don't just want distribution of lumber. You want things to be set properly to run a nation properly. Good afternoon, Newtimes.
If what I am hearing is true, NDP has a right to demand the resignation of that person who is said to be the Attorney General of the System. How could the Attorney General of the System find himself in that position?
Well, I hear you loud and clear, but I know they'll come up with some reason.
You look
But,
up with no some
hold on,
reason
hold on,
demand the
hold on,
resignation,
hold
demand
on.
that you can't have this incident. We are shameful. We said the other thing. What kind of party five independent celebration we could have in a country of extreme poverty? I mean, people don't take note of these things. Look what is taking place. Some people can't get jobs, they can't get nothing to eat. You can't afford to buy the food in the supermarket. What kind of independent do we have? Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, also. Yes, so thank you. I was making the point that they will always come up with some excuse and find some reason to say he was acting in an official capacity and all of these crap. But we have to see beyond that. We have to see beyond that and get on with it. The important thing to note is that in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we need to start thinking about St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We need to start thinking about us. It is time that the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines realize the handout and the take back, as they say, what you say, you get cattle boil, you hand out and the take back, based solely on who you support must stop. Each and every one of us in St. Vincent and Grenadines are entitled to share in whatever little spoils, as you put it, generated by St. Vincent and Grenadines. The money voted for the distribution to help people, not to help ULP, to help people who are affected by Beryl, and the money will be paid back in most cases by all taxpayers, not ULP. So all persons are entitled to assistance as they need it. And I've heard the PM in Parliament say, no, he doubt that. He ain't living here. He, as brother, our leader Friday, Dr. Friday, have said, out of touch with the reality. Each and every one of us knowing, regardless of who you support, you know that it matters who they think you support in terms of the assistance you get. Good afternoon, Newtimes.
Good afternoon.
Hello?
Good afternoon, Anthony. Calling
Good afternoon.
Calling from the shelter that I operate and have been operating since Beryl scheme. My interest is the England Island now. Is the park.
I don't know where you're breaking up a bit though. But go ahead. Let's see. Huh?
Is anything now?
Try again. Let me speak again.
Well, let me change my location.
That you just spoke there. That's much better.
Yeah, this is. My interest in Union Island now is the park and the children's playground and the library. Those items are not so fancy, don't seem to be attracting any attention. Everybody's busy with the houses and the roofs and so on. But we have to pay attention to the children. They need some place to play and so on. And we need to have a functioning library. And the other interest is the steel band. Since Beryl came, it blew away the pan house, and I'm interested in getting it back up and running. But I'm operating a unique shelter I have one person in my shelter. There were more people, but they found other places subsequently to the hurricane. When the hurricane passed, I had two blind persons. One has subsequently left, but the other one is here. She wants to move back to her own house. If it is at all possible that she could get materials to build a little small house. But she's blind and she's a musician. She plays the guitar and she plays the steel pan and she plays any time of the day, any time of the night. I wish I could get the pan tune, and Major promised me some help with steel band down here, and I hope he could help me get her pan tune so that things could be a little more melodious around this shelter. So that's what I'm up to in Union Island. I could hardly find time to write in the papers, but I try to do something. Well, besides operating the shelter, I'm a hub for the Red Cross, but the Red Cross is sort of winding down now. So the activities are not as much as it was in the beginning. But you still there?
Yeah, I'm listening. I trying to follow. I'm listening.
Yeah. But a major concern I have is crisis in education, particularly in mathematics, because people don't have the statistics. We do not know what is happening. But a lot of students are suffering because they're not passing maths. They can't get into technical college. And it's sort of stumbling block for their progress in their academic pursuits. So that's my contribution for today.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, that's straight there from Union Island. I didn't mention the steel ban already, but I know we had that topic in which the government of the day has abandoned the development program in terms of the steel ban down there, and I don't know, he's fighting with it, but he don't want to sometimes put the blame where the blame ought to be, with the government. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Just wanted to say it's a shame and disgrace to hear about building material was about to be taken back from the support of the NDP, if he didn't already use them. Vincenzo need to spread the nastiness of the ULP government around the world so that the world could know about their victimization. If they are doing to the Vincenzo people, shame on you, the ULP government. I prefer die for hunger than support a government like you. All shame on you. Somebody say, what is the Facebook page? Well, I assume the Facebook page would be in his name, Brent Olivier. Let me just double check because I also had take a look at that. Let me just give you. Let me just quickly check that for the person.
It's all they seem to know when you're voting. If it is their politics, it's just a puppy show. When elections.
All right, yeah. So it's Chemical Kid, KIDD is the name of the Facebook page, and you can check the video, the live video he had there at that time. Chemical Kid, that's the name of the thing. All right, Smart and Gale. I gotta have tickets. I gotta have tickets, so you could get your 2 tickets from IGAL. So don't have any problem with that. Brennan Horn asking, is there a dress code for the dinner? Yes, formal. A dress up thing. Now, let me put it that way. A dress up thing. And Mr. Brennan Horn, I see you're giving Chelsea a hard time, but that's all right. We're going to talk about that. Okay, the major will be back with us in a while, and I say that for somebody who's inquiring. So he will be back with us in a while. The major will be back with us in a while. All right.
What's the time now? 12:37. Just trying to get some text out. Good day, Britain Horn. I say good day because I'm not even too certain what time of the day it is. Yes. All is good to hear from you. And yeah, Chelsea ain't doing too bad. You just give us a chance. We ain't doing too bad. We didn't show away important games like you guys and no what. How many points is it? Behind 8? But that is another story. All right. So 12:38. Let me get these texts. Somebody asked you what is the gentleman Facebook page, answer that already. But it must cost some kind of money for the truck to go back and pick up these lumber. Then again, they are spending taxpayers' money, so maybe they don't care about that. Yeah. It will cost money to go back for the thing. And somebody saying the page is chemical kid. Yes, I got that information already. But this is shameful, disgraceful, and this is another reason why we need to change. These guys have become so arrogant, blatant in their control that St. Vincent belong to them, and they are the movers and shakers. Whether you eat or you sleep or you get money or you don't get money, or you get a job or you don't get a job, these guys, I want to say, guys, not only some of these activists and it spread through the ULP, where persons now feel they own the country. They own the jobs as Straker tell them to do. Own the election, own the jobs. They own the jobs. They could decide whether you get a road work or you don't get a road work. Whether you get a trucking job or you don't get a trucking job. Whether you get materials that is yours to repair your house from disaster. Whether you get hurricane, whether you get earthquake, volcanic assistance. They decide whether you get it, not the circumstances. They decide. They decide who get love box, some who get hate box, some who get no box, or who get box. And it is through the whole, it's generic, right through the ULP, that these people have become arrogant and think. How can, as the gentleman say, and he had a picture of the guy, I can't believe that anybody in the authority as an attorney general will get up from the office to go down for supervise the return. Let me put it nicely, the return of lumber and galvanized given to somebody. Even if it was given under false pretense, what is the attorney general doing here? What? It is really sickening. We have to make the change. These guys are running up and up. They're not concerned, and that's why we say we have to look out for us. They're running up and down. Things like making sure medications in the hospital, they don't concern about that. Making sure the roads fix that they promise, they're not concerned about that. Making sure the fisher folks and the many promises to get the fishing fleet up and to make those things available, they're not concerned about that. They're concerned that they're building a big building out on Israel, they say, where our grandchildren and great grandchildren will be paying back for. That is what they're concerned. They're not concerned about fixing the situation in the hospital as it is now, about health care in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and making sure that we have proper health care. It is not about the building, but for them, that's how they see it. Let's build another shiny building, leave it empty, and see what goes on. We spend millions of dollars, can't remember how much, when we had the COVID era to fix up the place out Argyle. That millions of dollars is being allowed to just rotten down. And people still getting paid for being out there when they're not out there, when nothing happening out there. Millions of dollars on the Overway complex. How much? 30, 50, I can't remember, I lose track. And it just being allowed there to do nothing. Atley Hall running down. If we go on what this government have not done, somebody saying I ain't voting them for what they promised, is what they didn't do, what they did not do. There are countless things
that they say they were going to do. We look forward to them doing it, but they have not done it. They have not done these things. This is a government of promise, and we have to be careful that we don't get caught up in the promises. Rehabilitation of the activities in the fishery center in Oya. What happened to it? Nothing. Nothing happening there. Construction of the culture, education, and production hub in Bellevue, Pity Bodel, and Chumaka. What's happening there? Nothing. Nothing. All right? The smart health clinic in Bel Air. Promise again. Nothing. Nothing, nothing. Construction of a multi-purpose community center in Diamonds. Nothing, nothing. Upgrade of the National Public Library. Nothing, nothing, nothing happening. We were promised on many occasions, the mother of all road work, of all repairs. In fact, they say when the airport finish, they're going to, and Dr. Friday addressed this on Monday, they're going to have so much material, so much machinery available to fix all the roads in St. Vincent and Grenadines, and probably we could help Grenada fix theirs too. All the material, all the machinery, tractors and whatever, rotten down, rust down, nothing. Then they come, we're going to have a road budget, the mother again. Well, they say mother, so this have to be the great grandmother or something again, a foster mother, whatever, of road work. Millions of dollars put there that they're going to repair the roads in St. Vincent and Grenadines. Up to now, the first set of repairs I see is when they patch the road for the independence celebration. 45 years. We're into November. Where's all the money that budget? Where is all the money that was budgeted to do things in St. Vincent, to do the road work? Call me and tell me if your area, if your roads, top class road now, because they spend the road budget. Call me and tell me how things nice. Look at the road to come up here. Millions of dollars. I think they go from 1 million to 2 million to 3 million to 4. I think we reach 5, 6. I don't know how much millions to do the work in East St. George, Calicut area. I've never seen. If there's one thing this government good at, is magic. There's a magician government. Because when they tell you this costs 5 million, you're looking around like, where the money there? It vanish. They do some magic trick. It was millions of dollars to repair and upgrade the school, the medical school down in Annisvale down there to house the children from Union Island. This was a building that was there being used by a medical school. We take it over to do what? To refurbish it, to house the children them. You know that run into millions again just to put in partition and paint and do the yard? It run into millions. And if you go down there, it's magic again. Because it's like, now you see it, now you don't. Because they're saying, oh, it's $1 million. They wave a cloth around it. When they look, the $1 million disappear. And they tell you they smile. Because this government smiling because corruption is the number one production of this government. Corruption. Everybody well trained in it. Everything is cost overrun. They start normal, then it overrun. I don't know, everything overrunning. The girls' high school to fix, they start, then they say, oh, we run into problems. We underestimate, or we didn't do a proper structural analysis, and now we have to do more money. More money. The money is increasing, but the work is not being done. The work is not being done. And I go back to the road and network in Calicut. I think they reached 5 million. I would love to see how the 5 million them being spent. I'm gonna like for hell spend the $5 million because then I'm gonna have listening how money vanishing because I can't see it. The people of Calico can't see it. They're not paying a truck to come wrong and wet down the road and keep the dust done. Dust in people nostrils. Even the dog and them running because they can't handle the dust. You leave your house window open, dust. You're losing your vehicle tire because it's always some kind of steel thing, cock up hay, a whole load of sharp stone in the road. Poor me had to go buy a tire the other day because one of them bust me tire. They are not concerned about what's happening to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They're not concerned. I played, I think it's yesterday, no, Monday, the presentation by Reverend Dave from the Methodist Church about the churches and people. We're not speaking out. We have reached a state, and we could see that in other jurisdictions, where people don't concern about the neighbor. Is what in it for me? What in it for me? Good afternoon, Newtimes. Yeah, you have to turn on whatever you have in the background again, a bad feedback.
Wait. Is what in it for me? Yeah. Francois.
Yes, I'm listening. Tell me.
You know what I call you?
No.
Carman from Greg.
Oh, what's up?
What's up? You got a thing for me.
Huh? The music?
For me.
Yes.
I have a fight. Well, I know me want to download.
I promise you all the time, I gotta try and sort you out.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm fragile, you know.
Yeah, I go try and sort out something for you. All right?
All right.
All is well?
Yeah, man. Tell you be my man that they may say hello to.
All right. You stepped out.
My party friends.
Okay, then. Take care.
And the big up comrade give me too.
Who comrade?
All right, have a good day.
All right, thanks. Yes, we have reached the stage, and that's how we have to look. They only concern the diehard supporters are beneficiaries. Those who benefiting, let me put it that way. Not the ordinary man, because the ordinary supporter of this government, they're not getting anything. They get a little handout, every 5 years. But the big belly men, them whose belly so big, they can't see the poor people and beneath them suffering. Them are the persons we're talking about. They looking at what in it for them. Listen, every project, every time something happens, they invest in trucking. If road work to be done, they invest in trucking, they get in the trucking work. Tourists to drive wrong, all of a sudden, all of them invest in van. They don't, nothing filtering down to the poor and needy. Nothing. All the big contracts. So if a road to fix, man suddenly farm company to the road work, and they get the contract. A fence to mend somewhere, somebody come up, the farmer company, fencing company, they get the contract. The normal man on the ground ain't getting it. Or when they farm the company, they hire the normal man to do all the work and they get the big money and you get daily paid salaries, money. We have to change that. So you have to now look at the government and say, I need a stable job. I don't need no handout. I don't need a job for cut the road or trim the road 2 times a year. I need a job. If I cut it and trim the road, give me a piece of road. Let me cut and trim that every week, and I have a steady flow of money. Give me meaningful job. Don't give me a job for a year, and then you send me home, and then when election coming, you bring me back in, and then 3 months later, you're gone. Daily paid workers could not get the money, and I'm trying to get back the recording, All right? I'll try and get that back in. But daily paid workers in agriculture could not get the money. They could not get the money for ages. For ages. I trying to get something here. Let me see if I get it by. Let me I trying to get something. I gotta take dog in the meantime. Let's see. Good afternoon. You live.
Good afternoon, both.
All right. I hear you loud and clear. Good afternoon. How you doing?
Okay, good. I just want to say something to you that you know, we had our election here in the United States yesterday, and you see what the people of America decide they want.
Mm-hmm.
But when the pressure comes on the bulk of them who vote that way, it's gonna be a different story. But I just wanna say this, boy. Mr. Daniel Cummins went into Parliament.
Mm-hmm.
Not last session, I think was the session before, if I'm not mistaken, but it wasn't. It was no more than 3 sessions ago, and he emphasized that in order for his constituents of West Kingston to get any material, the government put it to go through the so-called next candidate. You have to go to get your material. So I went into Parliament. He used different words, and a lot of people criticize him for it. I won't use them, but I agree with him 150%. But when you have to go to people who is potential candidate, and I see it happen so much time. Now, I had an uncle, Kassan, at the Fort Charlotte. You know, when my uncle who had the one foot, when he going up Fort Charlotte. I remember when Thomas came and blow his entire roof off, they said to him he has to go to a candidate. It was in November, December that time. He had to go to the candidate for West Kingston then, the potential candidate that he wanted to run in 2010, to get the material. When he went to her, I went to her with him myself. I came to St. Louis, I went to him with her. I went to her with him. And he said to him, okay, we give her pictures of the roof blown off, the entire roof and everything. We couldn't find it because it went over into Castle Bay area over there in the find it. And she said to him, okay, I will deal with this after the election of December. I think it was December 9th election or December, somewhere early in December was the election, or December 7th. I can't remember exactly. No, not the 7th. It's later than the 7th. My point goes back to you as this. This thing with them using potential members to do these kind of work, it's been going on for a very, very, very long time. And it ain't gonna change and have no shame in the game. Now I saw the thing and it is not good because if you give a poor man something, you can't go back like that at the man. You can't do that. But it have some other people that the Minister of Finance said in the last parliament or the one before that up to the date when they have the volcano eruption, that a lot of people have not got their roof fixed yet. Now you got to deal with burial and all this stuff. It goes back to the same Thomas flood. It goes back to the 2013-14 flood that some people have not get anything yet from those things. And they ain't get none because they are proposed supporters of the opposite party. But it is wrong and continue to carry this thing on too long, too long, too long. But the last thing I want to say to you, Board, is that I am a supporter, always been. I don't know if I always be, but of now, and now I am a supporter of the New Democrat. enough that I could walk away from it. I am supportive. But I am challenging them.
Doug,
Yes,
before you go off, Doug, because the allegations are very, very serious allegations. Because you see, you have to factor in that this is not the NDP nor the ULP that voted this money. It is the Parliament of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Yes.
And it is therefore reprehensible when the Parliament has so done for the government to use that approval for political advantage. That is to have any of their ministers functioning as political candidates.
Yes.
Or aspirants. Or whatever expression you want to call it, activists, whatever it is, and showing up in constituencies with material procured by the government, not the party. It amounts to misbehavior in public office because you are dishonestly and corruptly using government funds for party purposes. That's the naked truth of what we are dealing with. And it has happened not once, not twice, but many times. It's here in this case that we're discussing, and as you have referenced, but there are so many cases that is so. I prepared a list because my people went along with me as the representative in Central Kingston. I spent a whole Sunday reaching all into the mountains of Central Kingston where I know the public servants would not go, and gathered the names. I was put into a position in the Parliament where I could give the list of those names to the Prime Minister. I had the Sergeant of Arms photocopy the list, deliver it to the Speaker of the House, and return my copy. I have up to today have no response to the list of names submitted. I saw up to last night, Dan, who had a stroke, who unfortunately has come out of it, still with some limitation, walking about the Sharks playing field. I know of people who got all of the furniture, all the fixtures damaged. And July, August, September, October, November, 5 months after, you have had no relief. And seemingly no relief inside. And the budgetary year for those monies is almost finished. Just another month because we're going into another budget exercise. That is incompetence and corruption mixed up in one thing that I don't know what you call that. But we can't tolerate that, Doug. We can't tolerate that.
But Major, in the same Thomas, I went to Georgetown by a man named Neil Abbott. He has died now. And I went to his house, and his next door neighbor, who is one of the proposed Labour supporters, the man died in that place right now. But they had underneath the car porch full of lumber, cement, and galvanized. They had no uses for it because nowhere on top of the property had any kind of damage. And they had a decent house compared to Neil Abbott. And those people refused to give Mr. Neil Abbott, Montgomery Daniel to be exact, tell Mr. Neil Abbott after the 2010 election, he will look out for him. The man died without himself getting anything. And you remember my uncle.
I remember, I knew him well and I remember him well. Yeah.
So when I tell these stories, when I tell these truths, I want people to know that I have no reason in this world to tell lies.
Because you can call names, and support it.
Major,
yes, sir.
I am a supporter of the New Democratic
Long
Party.
may it be so.
And I ain't gonna change no time soon because I have no reason. The party has given me no reason to change. I got my I got my negatives, but I like everything else. I got my own negative with my own self too.
Keep them to
But
yourself.
my point is, I am here to support party, but I would like to see, as I told you before privately, I told you publicly, you told me publicly, I would like to see a lot more because I just want to see the rid of these people. I am tired. I am tired. I just want them on major. All I want. Let St. Vincent struggle.
But don't feel
People-
you are alone in it, dog. And I'm promising you're gonna wrap up. I'm promising you that I'll work harder with the president to achieve that. But and I'm going off as a little tangent here. One of my greatest pain as a parliamentary representative is when, on a daily basis, I see and hear people, especially among the elderly, die and go to the great beyond. That it hollows out the gains of a political victory. When did it comes and you get into government office, those people are not alive, having suffered so much, and you are eventually in the place of government. It is so you feel it, dog. You feel it. I'm tapping my belly. You feel it. So I understand what you're saying, and I commit myself to that, to double myself to that.
But listen, St. Vincent St. Vincent is one of the best whole Caribbean, in my opinion, because we got some of the best waters. With salt, Whistle Bay Beach has been advertised around the world as the number 4 or number 5 best beach, best place for yachties in the world. It has been advertised. We have Musty Cannon. We have all kind of things. We have so much potential. But this government.
We'll come back after the break. Yeah. We'll come back after the break, dog. Yeah.
No. I don't. I just want.
Yeah, because I have 2 persons holding down.
Okay,
thanks.
thanks.
Break.
Okay, good.
Thanks. Really appreciate. I have some call. Let me. We into the break, but let me try and take these call. Let's see if we have. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Bert. This is Louise Mitchell.
Hey, hi. How are you doing? Good afternoon.
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
I'm great. After last night event.
I'm calling to commend the Major on a very successful event at the Shops playing field last night. I had the honor of attending after I completed a walkabout in the area of Boom Boom in Western George, where I was very warmly received. And so I then came over to his event, and I understand why Central Kingstown is rooted with the Major, because he really knows how to bring out the community and to have an event that allows people, of all ages. I saw little kids, older persons. It was a really wonderful evening. So Major, congratulations to you on doing what you do so well in Central Kingstown. You're definitely a model that we all have to emulate.
Well, Louise, I'm glad you're here. And Doug, so we have to apologize to Doug now because we're going to stress this week just that little bit. And each time you helped last evening to serve some of the rum punch, I looked across to make sure you weren't having any for yourself. And I must say, I must say that you kept the bargain. But we're glad to have you there. For the benefit of those who may feel nervous that you as a candidate in Western Georgia here, let me just let them know that the program is open to whomsoever will. And if Shaka wants to do so, he can come in. But I'm glad that I could be here and receive your appreciation, because the respect is mutual. And let me finish, because I don't have to compromise at my stage in party politics to say that as a vice president and as Major, I consider it a distinct privilege and of great fortune that the New Democratic Party can attract people like yourself to have an interest in the politics of the country and to offer yourself as a candidate. And I look forward with enthusiasm to you going into Western George in the democratic process, along others who are offering themselves to do the political work. Because if two people at any given time are doing the work, it is better than if one was. And yes, it will come a point when only one will be. But at least the constitution has to be remain open and be receptive to you, forwarding what you think you can present to the constituency to make you the candidate of choice. And to repeat myself, the opportunity is open to others, but I look forward and welcome you in this political vineyard and welcome you with open arms in the political vineyard. I want to be on record, and I am not apologizing for that.
Thank you very much, Major. I really appreciate that. And I think what you said was very important in that the New Democratic Party is a party that is rooted in democracy. And we take our democratic traditions very, very seriously. And a part of this process is also in the selection of candidates that what we are doing now in this internal process, the fact that it is an open and a transparent procedure, all of these are really important things in ensuring that we preserve the democracy in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I'm very pleased to be putting myself before the people of Western George at this time to ask them to select me and give me support because I strongly feel, having done national service for many, many years now, I've worked with different charitable organizations and done work throughout the length and breadth of this country. And I've also, as you know, Major, in 2010, I worked as a super agent in Central Kingstown. So I have been in the
For which we are still grateful.
my entire life. Yes.
Yes.
And I continue to work as a super agent. In the last election, I was assigned to North Windward, where I worked to try to see, to ensure that the election was free and fair in North Windward, working closely with Siobhan John. So now is my time that I'm putting myself forward. I'm very, very excited about it.
I think you need to let some people know, because I hear the conversations and I'm making sure that I'm open about it, because I repeat myself that others are in the race, and I would say that with significant support as well. But let the people know that you live in Western George. So you're not parachuting into the constituency. And you come to the table with a history on your own, not on somebody else's shoulders, of political work, and you bring to the table substantial governmental experience that is necessary to hit the ground running when the New Democratic Party comes into office. So I don't know whether you'll do it on another program, whether it will be another forum, but this is a good chance if you want to take a quick minute or two just to really clarify what I'm saying there.
Yes, I'd be happy to call in again, or maybe come in and next week and do a much longer time with you. But yes, I'll just take the opportunity now to let people know that as history has it, I actually started living in Western George when my father was premier. He had a house in Queens Drive between 1972 and 74. And as a baby, I lived in the constituency. When I returned home in 2000, I lived in Castle Hill for several years. And I moved to Cane Garden. I moved back to Castle Hill and purchased the property in Villa in Western George in around the year 2012. And I have been living there ever since. So Western George is where
This is your home.
my children were born. It's my home. This is where I'm invested. I'm not going anywhere. Win, lose, or draw, I am a part of this community. This is my home. This is where I will be. And my commitment is absolutely firm. Beckway is the place where I grew up. My roots are in Beckway. That will never change, and I'm very, very proud
Of course.
to be from the Grenadines. But I love Western George. and I can serve Western Georgia. I've chosen to live there, and I'm very, very happy to give my service to this community. This is where I am. So no, nobody has parachuted me here.
Yeah.
You can go back and check my deed as to when the property was purchased. This is not something that has been designed for any political purpose. This is the truth. This is who I am. This is where I am.
Yeah. Louise, if you were not the chosen candidate, would you work with the candidate who was chosen to see NDP victory?
I'm sorry, it's a little it's not so clear. Can you say that again?
I was saying, if you were not the chosen candidate when we had this runoff, would you continue to work in the constituency with whoever was chosen to see the NDP to victory?
Absolutely, I would. And I certainly expect the same from Shaka Cupid. Should I be selected, I would expect him to work by my side. Mr. Cupid and I have a very good relationship.
I'll ask him the same thing.
We are part of this. We're part of the same team.
Yes.
And also, I must say that I'm building on the legacy of Kay Bacchus, and I also expect that I would get her support. That whoever is the selected candidate, we all want to see a change of government. We have one common purpose, and we can only achieve that purpose when we are united. So yes, absolutely, I would be 100% in support of the winner of this contest, and I definitely expect, and I know that Shaka would do the same. He would do the same. So.
Good.
So I don't want to take up any more of your time.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Guys, but Major, I just want to say, keep up the great work in Central Kingstown. I will say not if, but when I'm selected as a candidate, as I really truly hope that I would be, I will be emulating the way in which you act as a representative. You are on the ground, you're committed to the people, and so I will be definitely seeking your continued support and advice along the way.
Thank you. And that you will have.
Okay.
Thanks
Thank
again.
you very much.
Okay.
Pleasure to have you on. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Well, thanks. But we will let people know that the radio is available to Shaka, and he also is invited to be here as well to present himself.
Okay. We
and not only that, but I know you've been cross years. People have to also understand that the New Democratic Party needs both people. It is not that you must have an exercise and you either have Louis and you don't have Shaka, or you have Shaka and you don't have Louis. There is a lot of room in the New Democratic Party and in the governmental system for persons of that tremendous talent, qualification, ability, and experience. So we want to see and hear them and have them.
So everybody don't have to be a candidate.
Everybody don't have to be a candidate. Everybody don't have to be a minister. Everybody don't have to be a senator. But also,
there's a lot of work to be done.
But also, they can both be in parliament.
Yeah.
One could be as a minister and the other could be in as a senator.
True.
So keep your eyes wide open.
All right. Major, I have to take the break. It's 16 minutes past the break.
Sure.
So I want to take the break. When we come back, I'm going to stay in a particular direction. This person, let me just quickly see if this person, I'm way past the break. Good afternoon. Hello. Hello?
And up to now, they don't do a set of house around me. And up to now, they don't do my own up to now.
That's only Pat Raymond?
Yes, please.
Pat?
Up to now, they don't do nothing.
And yours is one of the cases that we carried in the Central Kingston, and I'll bring it up again in Parliament. Okay, Pat.
Okay, thanks. All right, so let me take that break and come back, Major.
All aboard! Central Kingstown Constituency Division and your area representative, the Honorable Major St. Clair Lika, are calling you to set sail on the annual boat ride to Myro. It's happening Sunday, November 10th. Grab your friends, grab your sunscreen, and let's cruise through the crystal blue waters to one of the most beautiful islands in the Grenadines, Myro. It's going to be a day filled with fun, laughter, and memories. Tickets are available now from your Central Kingstown constituency members, so don't miss out. And here's something special. Bring a little something for our friends in Myro. tomorrow. It's all about community love and sharing. There's going to be plenty food and drinks waiting for you on the island. So come hungry and thirsty and mark your calendars. Sunday, November 10th. It's the boat ride you've been waiting for. Central Gangstown and the Honorable Major Sinclair Leacock. Get your tickets now. All aboard!
General Hardware still has the best prices on steel, lumber, and plywood. So go on, compare prices. And if by chance you find a better price, no stress. Just talk to the General, and they will beat that price plus give you special priority delivery. Yes, General Hardware offers free island-wide delivery on most purchases, so you never have to worry about getting your goods on site on time. Plus, shopping at General Hardware is a pleasant experience with friendly, knowledgeable staff always ready to serve. What more could you wish for, huh? So come to General Hardware for proper service, lowest prices, free delivery, and see why nobody beats the General. Nobody.
Get dinner and candles alight, popcorn for your movie night. One stop and get it right. It's that good. We've got what you're looking for. All the brands you love and more. Get everything at Massy Stores. Massy Stores is where you wanna be. We take care of you like family. We do all that we could to treat you like we should. It's that good, it's that good. That good. When you shop at Massy Stores. That good.
Massy Stores, our family serving your family.
So fast pay, a new and easy way to pay. So fast pay, so fast pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
So fast pay, 2 minutes and you're on your way. So fast pay, so fast pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
Lewis Pharmacy. We specialize in friendly service with a personal, professional touch. Hence, we take pride in offering patient counseling on all prescription and over-the-counter products. We welcome inquiries on prescription drugs, vitamins, herbal preparation, fitness nutritional products, cough, cold, allergy, and all other health care products. For the convenience of our patients and surrounding community, we are situated uptown opposite the bus stop at Juicy Building. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Lewis Pharmacy.
Randy's Supermarket is perfect for all your grocery needs. We have a range of liquor, liqueur, and wines, fresh and quality bread, and our weekly specials will simply amaze you. Conveniently opened 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Mondays to Thursdays, and Fridays and Saturdays 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. We have competitive prices and friendly staff. Randy's Supermarket, located at Lower Bay Street and Terrell Street. Call us at 456-2994. Randy's Supermarket, where shopping is fun.
There are many cleaning companies, but there is only one company that cleans, and that is Vinci Clean. So you don't have to wait for a season. Cleanliness is enough of a reason. Just finish building your dream home and wish to move in? Then Vinci Clean is for you. Do you have oil mark where that car is parked? New tiles just laid and want to remove tile grout, cement, or paint? Vinci Clean is for you. Shampooing of chair sets, mattress, carpet, house cleaning. Vinci Clean is for you. So whatever cleaning you need and for the best prices and quality on the market, telephone 431-1360, 457-1649. Vinci Clean, Vinci Clean, Vinci Clean, the best in service.
Introducing Kitty Care Plus Picoactin Syrup and Mingloblin Liquid from Maya Organics PVT Limited. Kitty Care Plus is an optimum nutrient for growing children. It promotes physical growth and enhances intellectual performance. Picoactin Syrup has a synergistic combination of cyproheptadine and B vitamins that help to improve appetite and body weight. And Mingloblin Liquid helps to optimize growth and builds immunity. Get yours today. Kitty Care Plus, Picoactin Syrup, and Mingloblin Liquid. Available at leading supermarkets and pharmacies. Agent Bowman's Pharmacy. Call 456-2235.
Need a well-balanced meal? Check Finity Restaurant and Catering Services in Paul's Avenue, opposite SVG General Services Limited. We offer takeaway and delivery services. We provide a variety of choices for breakfast, lunch, and snacks, and local juices rich in vitamin C. We offer pastries, rotis, doughboy, banana bread, and much more. For the best in cakes for that special occasion, whether it is birthday, anniversary, weddings, or need a velvet, cheesecake, chocolate, or any other, check Foodfinity in Paul's Avenue. For orders and delivery, call Foodfinity at 784-456-1344 in Paul's Avenue or Munzie's at 784-526-8063.
Get value for your money. Shop at Richardson Motors. Shop at Richardson Motors Limited and enjoy 3 services in one. Hop into our convenience store for a wide array of snacks, drinks, and toiletries. Visit our mechanic shop for specialized treatment for your brakes, exhaust systems, and wheel alignment at our garage. But there's more. When you shop at Richardson Motors, get a free oil change service, clean, high-quality fuel, or shop from a wide range of automotive parts and accessories. We are conveniently located along the Arnesville Main Road. Drive on up. Reliability, convenience, and variety. Richardson Motors is your number 1 stop.
CK Graves and Company is the number one supermarket, 100% intention. The Intention Supermarket. We've got more of what you're looking for in multiple locations to serve you more and more. In business now for over 50 years, and you will always say by shopping right here. Oh yes, we're number 1. CK Graves and Company, and we are Vincent John, a supermarket for you and me.
Since 2012, we have provided reliable, professional dialysis services in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are now proud to offer you new solutions for your health problems. Each new solution is being delivered to you with the same high degree of care and professionalism. We also use the best technology in the delivery of our services. So, does your doctor need a precise view of what's happening inside your body? Let us perform an ultrasound for you. Ladies, if it's your breasts, then choose our mammography service. For all issues related to men and women's health at any stage in your life, our team can perform the necessary investigations to put your mind at ease and recommend solutions for your problems. If it's to see within your chest or check for broken bones and fractures, then use our state-of-the-art U-Arm X-ray service. For you aging men and women, we can now check your bone density, which will reduce any complications that may arise with overall bone health, osteoporosis, or arthritis. Health Solutions will provide answers and results in a timely, accurate manner in the most comfortable environment, while you are taken care of by well-trained and experienced staff. Please call us today at 451-2836 or 434-3170, or visit us online at healthsolutionsSVG.com. You can also follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Health Solutions, where we are providing solutions in SVG with care.
We would like to say that Captain Bligh XO aged rum is the best rum in the world. And now we can. Voted the world's best rum at the World Rum Awards 2014, Captain Bligh XO aged rum. World class in a glass.
Bonady Supermarket in Kingstown, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices. At Bonady Supermarket number 2, located at Upper Middle Street, we are proud to serve you. We are second to none. Call us at 457-1616. We at Bonady Supermarket number 2 will always be here for you. Bonady Supermarket, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices.
All aboard! Central Kingstown Constituency Division and your area representative, the Honorable Major St. Clair Leaker, are calling you to set sail on the annual boat ride to Myro. It's happening Sunday, November 10th. Grab your friends, grab your sunscreen, and let's cruise through the crystal blue waters to one of the most beautiful islands in the Grenadines, Myro. It's going to be a day filled with fun, laughter, and memories. Tickets are available now from your Central Kingstown constituency members, so don't miss out. And here's something special. Bring a little something for our friends in Myro. It's all about community love and sharing. There's gonna be plenty food and drinks waiting for you on the island. So come hungry and thirsty and mark your calendars. Sunday, November 10th. It's the boat ride you've been waiting for. Central Kingstown and the Honorable Major St. Clair Leaker. Get your tickets now. All aboard!
29 minutes after the 1 o'clock hour time. Certainly flying with us today. Just want to remind you of the meeting this Thursday, 7:30 p.m., Chapman's Village, Langley Park. Senator John, that's in North Windward. We'll hear speakers. We'll hear Dr. Friday, Lavon Velox. We should also hear from Fitz Bramble, the Major himself, and many other speakers. So 7:30, Chapman's Village, Langley Park. Don't forget that meeting. Also reminding you, coming up next month, the annual President and Award Dinner. That's on December the 7th. The venue, Sunset Shores Hotel, just code formal. You can get your tickets from the Secretariat. So keep that date in mind. I'm giving you all the notice. 7th of December, it's a fundraising get-together dinner and award ceremony. So you can get the ticket. And those of you in the diaspora, if you can't make it, feel free to sponsor somebody local. Sponsor Yellow Board and one of those persons. Their contributions. All right.
And Forms could chip in too on that boat. I mean,
yes.
Forms could buy 4 tickets, $1,000, and give them like an award to the outstanding employee or people who do little things around the place that makes a difference to the business. It may be the janitor, it may be the utility person, maybe the gardener. Who they figure normally can't afford it,
True.
But just to show an appreciation for them, or the outstanding employee, whoever have their own categories, security guard, they can.
It's a nice outing. It's a nice outing.
Let's give them out,
All right. Major, before we go, and callers, I have to get this tomorrow. There are 2 events. There's an event, if I can call it an event. So Brother Conroy would be in with us, but he have to attend, like the Major, he have to attend the funeral of Reverend Fredericks, Pastor Fredericks. Yeah. That's tomorrow. So, but he will be in after the.
I didn't even remember.
Yeah,
George
that's why I reminded you because
George Frederick.
You told me to remind you, so I reminded you because
and that's what church again? It's Wilson Hill, is it? I think.
Yeah, I don't have all the information.
I think you said it's Wilson Hill.
Yeah, I had that somewhere. All right, but Major, we in the passing of Bex Gonzalez. I think we need to spend a couple of minutes, especially from you.
Yeah, well, but Simonson Brennan, good afternoon. Yesterday I was quite saddened to learn the passing of Lennox Bex Gonzalez, I think his name is. A prominent business person in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And as I said on social media and Facebook, Bex was a legend of his time. Privately, I would say to myself that easily he was one of our most outstanding business persons in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He really just simply had a great business head and business acumen. And Bex gave a lot and asked for very little. I would say, charitable to a fault, as is evidenced by the extent of his support and sponsorship of many clubs and organizations in St. Vincent and Grenadines, including the famous Starlight Steel Orchestra, which now carries the Hennessy brand label, Hennessy Starlight Steel Orchestra. There hasn't been a fundraising activity in Central Kingston on the Green Hill Hard Court, whether it's been the Whitmonday Fisherman's Day / event or the Charles Bring Your Barman Come event, that you don't see the handiwork of Gonzalez Liquors and the management team that are there in his absence, because he established that where we receive donations for dips and our card games and other purposes to which we wish to apply them. And he did so without much fanfare or dancing around to make the contribution. When he got there, things were packaged, ready to go. But I, in the interest of time, can go back on Bex that little bit. Because Bex is my contemporary. He's my age group, so the difference between us might be a month or two, not very much. But I remember when Bex came to grammar school, I think from St. Martin's as a transfer. And of course, his persona was already ahead of him because Bex had been well known in St. Vincent circles. They used to call him Carnival Baby. Because Bex started playing mass from a very young and tender age in Kiddies Carnival. And therefore, that image of him as an outstanding junior mass player had already been established. I can't remember which of the bands he played on at the time. And I should know because I was around at that time, but I'm not going to take the gamble. And of course, in later life, he will come on now to bring his own bands. Having been before that, being a strong supporter and assistant to Roy Dragon Ralph and Ken Brown, who was also a king of the bands many times. And I think Bex would have played king of the bands to quite a few portrayals as well. But Bex, as a schoolboy, was also a neatly well-dressed and some talent as a striker. Or you used to say in those days as a forward. Those days they played 5 forward, center forward, outside right, outside left, inside right, and inside left. That was the typical formation for football teams because there wasn't anything unless you scored goals. I mean, the defenders were very important too, but it's the guys who scored goals, you know. Sure. But Bex was always well attired. And of course, you would understand because Bex came from a middle-class family in those days, but Bex would be one of the few footballers when he played for the house. And I think he played for one of the grammar school teams, you know, because I think we might have had a little experience there. But he would be one of the few footballers who had their own boots. Then some of these things sound like stories, because I'll tell you, because in those days, because it was so difficult and unimaginable that you will have your own football boots as a grammar school boy. If you were lucky to get a pair of boots, if you were the right winger, you wore the right boots only. and if somebody was a left winger, they only left boots to the person who played left wing. People still look back on these times. Because I remember I shared that kind of experience with Chess Lawrence, who was a British Scottish player, you know, an outstanding football himself. But that's how we behave in those times. But he had his own boots. But, you know, neat and tidy was, he used to get rough up sometimes. You know, I don't want to call you the name of a deceased friend who rival him. They get pushed off the ball very easily, but he really was an outstanding sports person and football in particular. You know,
the 100% Pipers was from him or was from the.
That's his brand. It's one of his product brands. So.
Right, because Rosians was 100 Piper Rosians.
Yes, I think he also
was it the
a guy who know that better than me. Guy the football historian of the country, you know. Guy who know everything in football. So Bex gave to everybody, and you knew the story that he wasn't well and he had gone off to America to receive treatment. But each time you ask and inquire about him, you'll get the impression that he was making some progress, Even on this very street that we live here, where Doug is there, my neighbor outside. Sometimes, because he was a serious smoker and he tried to quit that as well. I don't think his sickness or death is related to that. I don't know. But he would take to, when he gets home on this evenings, to get on his bike and cycle. So he'll cycle all the way up to my gate, and he, Doug, and I would have little conference there, and never ever any political subject matter or acrimony or bitterness and so forth, because he spoke a lot and knew a lot, on very many matters, and sometimes he felt that in sports or in culture or in business, he was not always fairly treated, and he would speak in defense of things that privileges that others may have when it used to be duty free at the E.T. Joshua Airport, and I don't know what happened in latter life. But I remember Bex also making his airport facility available to the Football Federation, when for the first time, very, very first time under my presidency, we got into being able to sell replicas jerseys.
Yeah, I remember that.
Vince Heat had just come in, the brand Vince Heat had just come into being. The Finter jerseys. And we sold a lot of football jerseys at his duty-free store at the E.T. Joshua Airport, which he didn't have to do. And many others, I'm sure, will call in and say a lot of things. But Bex also revolutionized Carnival, chose the activities to be what it is now, to be an entertainment package. I mean, in the old days, people came, they bought a costume, they went down to the park and came back from the park. They went to the break, they got something to eat, and they reformed and they gathered. And he changed all of this into this mass-produced feathers mask, which had the women out there dressing attire that made them looking sexy and appealing. He built these new modern bars, moving bars on the trucks, which made the band, literally speaking, self-contained. And you see others now, the oxygen tent, the various and others who are involved with that, in a sense, borrowed from a very good template and a brand. And in some cases have enhanced it in that at the break, they all go to the same place and have the refills and keep themselves from the community. And I believe Bex, as probably happens with Oxygen and other bands now, are pre-sold bands before the season reach, and they have all these other packages that they will have, this pre-carnival, the activities and this and that. So Bex, and the last thing I would say, because sometimes we're shy of saying these things, Bex, I think, is of Portuguese origin. I don't think Bex will say what we'll call him the white man, Bex. That didn't matter, Bex. But fair in complexion because it's Portuguese origin. But Beck's friends showed no prejudice, race, color, class, creed. He was just a person with the common touch. He got along with all. And he will tell you if he had a disagreement with you, because he didn't leave his mouth to some moment. He was very outspoken. And I think his last most successful achievements, as far as I know, will be that of bringing the Subway brand with the one force up at up street there, the juicy area. The older one of us still refer to that, the Harrison Square area. And then he bought the Kentucky building down by him. And literally, but we built that whole Gonzalez Liquors block. Anybody who knows what Gonzalez knows he comes. I'll close on this. That his father before him was in the liquor business. And in our generation, you didn't have a Christmas unless you had Gonzalez black wine. And that sweet wine will creep up when you figure you could drink it off, like if it's a juicy or soft drink, and before you catch yourself, you're drunk for the Christmas season, behaving silly around the yard and doing some things like that. But only to say that liquor, alcohol production is not a Gonzalez St. Vincent peculiar thing. I've gone off subject a little bit. Liquor is Portuguese thing throughout the Caribbean, where if you went to Trinidad, you'll find the business that controlled liquor. In St. Lucia, in Grenada, in Dominica, and many other Caribbean countries, it's a derivative of their tradition. And Bex took up where his father left off. I don't know if he ever made a better Gonzales Black wine, because that's probably not true. But he made sure that he had the best stock liquor store that took care of businesses for all those people in Mustique and other places, and treated his staff well, including many of the villagers who he gave opportunities from Dorset Hill. I'm sure the stories of Beck's contribution will go on and on and on and on, and many will be saddened. You can bet your bottom dollar that the Starlight Steel Orchestra will be on the streets if Beck's has a burial funeral in St. Vincent and the Grenadines as they take him to his final resting place. May Beck's Gonzales rest peacefully, and may light perpetual continue to shine upon him. I say regards to his wife and his family. Others will speak about his racing sojourn, because he was a car racer too.
Yeah.
Did extremely well throughout the Caribbean, was known for that. That's why I'm saying this story could have an on and then. He lived at the other end of the street here, so I live at one end of the cul-de-sac and he down at the other end. Bex, a legend of his time. One who gave much and asked so little.
He's one I remember too, when the first when we traveled to Central America, the Vinci team, he was part of that we call it World Cup Support Committee.
There you go.
And he made a serious contribution there. Plus he also went with the team. I remember they went to Mexico and they paid their own passage and they went as supporters.
That's the man.
Yeah, so he'll be missed.
You'll be missed.
And I hope on another issue, if I may, that you keep that the business will continue beyond him.
Well,
and
that will be
looking
a
for-
part of his legacy. But the business continuing beyond Bex is also something for another program, we should
Yes,
say.
yes.
Why in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Portuguese-based family businesses, whether it is the Veras, the Graves, the Gonzales, or whatever Portuguese family, the families, including wives and children, get immersed in the business and do much better at continuity of the business tradition than the so-called black entrepreneurs in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where invariably father die, business die. And few of the children want to stay in and build the business empire. But that's a conversation for another time and place.
All right, so Major, that's it. I think we
Thank
could
you both,
end
and
on
thanks for the
note,
opportunity,
really a pleasure.
and for your good and kind words. And I want to end by saying this program is available to Shaka Cupid in the same way that Louise was and will continue to be. And they may find it of benefit to make appearances and presentations on this program on Wednesdays when I'm here. And I offer myself to be available to coach, assist, and guide them in their political sojourn, because that constituency, incidentally and ironically, Western George, was given to me by Sir James Mitchell in 2001, because I had campaigned there very heavily for the late Yvonne Francis Gibson, done so successfully. And Sir James was so pleased with my work in those troubled years. That's why I also ended up getting an MBE, but I declined. I always make the point to the announcer some that I may have lost in 2001 if I had taken it. Maybe I might have still struggled in 2005, but you could bet your bottom dollar at this stage of the game, if I was the candidate in that constituency, I would have already won Western George for the New Democratic Party. Let's hope it happens this time.
Definitely.
Let's hope
All
it
right,
happens this
Major,
time.
thank you very much. Thank all those who called. Thank Louise for calling. Those of you enjoyed yourself last night, remember the boat ride is Sunday here, 7 a.m. Plenty food, as Major say, plenty food. There was one thing with Central Kingston, there are plenty food, as though the people them slim. But anyhow, so we look forward to that. Thursday night, 7:30 p.m., Langley Park, opposite Mrs. What the lady name again, boy? I missed the name there. All right, okay.
7:30 p.m. Chatman's Village. That meeting is on. Remember, we coming down also for the President Award dinner, and we'll talk more of that as the month go along, and hoping that Major came up with some good ideas in terms of sponsorship and forms buying ticket. It's a fundraising event, all right? So we could also look forward to that. Do have yourself a lovely day. Stay safe. And it be the will of God tomorrow. Yes, I should be back tomorrow. It be the will of God. All right. So blessings and do have yourself a lovely day.